Welcome back to Stop Feeling Like Shit. And I'm your host, Danielle Corth. And today we got the girls in the house. And so I'm pretty sure you already know Tiffany. She's been here a few times. And we have Megan again, and
Hi.
she's been here a few times, both from Buckeye PMR and Anti Aging. And we're just going to jump right into this little episode because I'm excited to hear what you guys think of this. And it's just a list of things that we're going to go over that is currently trending on the internet and on TikTok. And we're getting some opinions from the both of them. And so we're going to be excited to see what you think too. All right, let's get started. Number one, cycle syncing your workouts and meals to your menstrual cycle.
So let's talk about this a little bit more. I think it's based on what activity you do specifically, right? Like if you are a professional women's soccer player, for sure, I think that you should consider some of this because actually one of the studies that have come out recently is that majority of females who tear their ACL are on their period at that time.
Wow.
Interesting fact.
Yeah.
And honestly, with things that are contact sports and things that have a lot more injury risk, when your estrogen is low, you do have way more of an risk for injury.
Mm.
With normal day to day, like you lift or you do Pilates or yoga, I don't necessarily feel like cycle thinking for your activities is as much necessary because your testosterone, for the most part, remains fairly stable. It raises during ovulation and it slightly rises toward your period. And it stays a little bit higher during that duration of time and then levels back off again. So for lifting, PR during your ovulation, you'll probably be amazing.
I was gonna say,
that is when you PR, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yep.
let's see here. I finally have had a period now for the last since 2022, because before that I have not had a period for I don't know, 12, 15 years. So I will say that even when I'm on my period at the gym, I am still lifting heavy ass weights.
Mm-hmm. And I think that is totally fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a controlled environment. You don't have a risk for as much joint injury. Like if you feel like something is bugging you, if your elbow is bugging you, chill out on your elbows, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Modify your workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So food wise, I'm still kind of on the fence about it. I mean, I think that yes, during your period, if you wanted to go more red meat heavy or something like that to give yourself more iron, I think that's cool. But like to completely change your diet from a week to week perspective, number one, gonna be rough on your grocery bill. Number two is going to be impossible to track, besides the fact that most people don't have a very consistent period to be tracking with all the time anyway.
Well, and I feel like my period lasts maybe 3 to 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's 3 to 4 days?
Right.
And also, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. You know? Like when I start going through this whole thing, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat that bag of chocolates. Yes, I'm eating that bag of chocolates. Yes, I need those freaking crunchy ice chips from Sonic. Go get it for me.
Specifically, Sonic.
Yes, Sonic.
Pregnant
So
ladies
yeah,
love
I'm
those.
just I mean, I feel like a pregnant person. Like when I'm getting ready to start my period
Yeah.
with all the cravings.
and feed
And I
it.
just eat it.
Yeah,
Yep.
feed it. Do
Yeah.
it.
If
I
you
don't
want
know.
an excuse to have a steak the day you start your period or the day before, take it.
If you
Yeah.
want to talk your husband into making you a steak, do it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
All right. And your thoughts?
I mean, I agree with everything Tiffany said. It's really unrealistic to completely modify your diet and exercise regimen on a week-to-week basis.
I've seen people do it though.
it is.
Yeah, it's
They
incredible.
do it. And
For
they
professional athletes, yeah.
I've seen
great.
people do this, and I'm just like, wow, that's first of all, I'm sorry. Like, I have nothing against yoga unless it's Bikram yoga, like where you're sweating your balls off. But I can't because I have a thing mentally in my head where I'm like, okay, I'm doing this yoga, but I'm not getting a workout, not sweating. I like pain a little bit, you know. I gotta feel the workout, but nothing personal. That's just me. So yeah, I'm not cycle syncing, and I'm not changing my meals. But
I hate all working out, so I'm just lucky to get to the gym. That's my main goal most of the time.
honest, love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next, I like this one right here. Shrinking girl summer. Trend encouraging women to try GLP-1s. Oh, yeah.
I think GLPs have obviously taken off. They're very popular. I think that they have a really good place in medicine. The way that they are now managing insulin resistant profiles better than any other medication that's been on the market. Like, I think that they're a really good product. I think that people need to go into those with way different expectations
Mm.
than drinking girl summer.
Yeah, I
Losing
agree.
weight should not be your only goal when you are on GLP-1s.
Yeah.
That should just be a positive benefit, but definitely not the only reason that you're taking them. And losing weight as quickly as possible is not good for anybody ever.
Well, yeah, because you're taking these GLP-1s and you're losing all this weight, but it's like, also, are you losing your muscle too?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
And
are.
as soon as you come back off of it, you're going to blow back up if you've done nothing different.
Right. So, I mean, I think everyone wants to, when they start these GLP-1s, they're excited because they're like, oh my gosh, maybe some people are obese or overweight. And they're like, for once in my life, I'm going, to get to the weight or to the look that I want. Right.
Yeah.
And now I also believe I love GLP-1s too. But now if I had to look at the whole big picture, I would probably start before I jump into GLP-1s. I would start with functional medicine because
Absolutely.
if your body systems are jacked up, even if you take a GLP-1, it ain't going to work that well.
Or it'll get worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, that's a whole thing. So I agree. It needs to, I mean,
There needs to be more consideration
yeah,
than a trend.
right.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. Moving on. Number 3. Oh, yeah. Okay. I like this one right here. Menopause supplements being sold now at Ulta and Sephora.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't love that. I mean, it's really, really hard to just take general supplements and expect it to support your hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as a woman, you need to have blood work at a minimum to know what your issue actually is, because a lot of those supplements could end up making your symptoms worse. So
Yep.
just taking generic supplements that you find because they've got a cute label and it says it's for women, not the best idea. You can definitely try it, but if it makes you feel worse, you should stop them immediately.
Well, and most of these supplements that you're finding at these places or on Amazon or wherever it is, they're crap anyways.
Mhm.
I
There's
mean, Amazon's being roasted right now because of their third-party vendors actually sending out fake supplements.
And they
Yeah,
have
see.
they just put everything into one giant bucket in the warehouse. So you might get real supplements or you might get counterfeit supplements, and there's no way to know.
That's what I tell my friend's husband all the time. He'll send me a picture. Should I get this supplement? No, dude. No, you shouldn't. Why are you trying to buy nasal stem cell spray on Amazon?
No.
not it.
Yeah. I'm like, dude,
No.
and this is for you. You know who I'm talking about. Like, quit it. So back to the menopause thing. Absolutely not. And what I've learned over the years, I was one of those people before I met Buzz. I would be excited to try stuff, right? And that's what people do. They hear about it. They're like, okay, the label looks good. I want to try it because everybody's trying it, or they have these influencers that are trying it and they're saying all this stuff about it. So you want to try it. And I was always that girl. I was in GNC all the time. And I was also at all these other supplement places all the time buying all the things.
Mhm.
And then you learn over the years, and I've learned over the last 7 years, I'll never do that again. And I have not stepped inside of one of those places for that many years for those reasons, because there are clinical supplements out there that are the best. And I tell people that,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
We use Full Script at the office.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Clinical supplement grade, good stuff, not filled with bullshit or fillers.
Right.
The most used brand that we use is Orthomolecular, which is actually only physician prescribed. You
Yeah, see?
cannot get that on Amazon. You cannot order it online. Like,
But you can find it on Amazon. But those are not orthomolecular products. You can find them.
well, because people
Yeah.
can buy a warehouse and sell whatever they want. on
Exactly.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Exactly. But don't let that fool you.
And when you're talking hormones with the menopause thing, I think that's super dangerous because you're just taking stuff and deep down you're like hoping it's going to be better. But if you would just go get your blood work done, or I personally love the Dutch test too,
Mm-hmm.
just to figure out really what's going on, then they can put you on the right thing, really get you feeling good, not just like guessing with a supplement or a gummy.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're
We
not
don't guess.
anti-supplement.
No, we're
Right.
not. We are very supplement driven,
Yeah.
but it's the right supplement coming from the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the second. Yes.
Yes.
Manufacturing is everything on these things.
Yes. All right. Heavy weightlifting to help menopause side effects.
So, heavy weightlifting is specifically for maintenance of muscle and bone, which is both very important, especially in aging women, but in everybody in general. So, if yes, you are being managed for your hormones through the process of menopause, I think that heavy weightlifting is beneficial.
Mhm.
You're going to do nothing but help structurally for you going forward. I mean, the percentage of people who have osteoporosis or osteopenia in menopause is insane.
Yeah.
And weightlifting, the resistance training alone benefits your bones.
Yes.
So why wouldn't you?
That's something that I tell people people on TikTok that follow me, they're always like, "Oh my god, what do you do for your workouts?" I'm like, "Just go lift heavy ass weights.
Yeah.
Don't worry about getting bulky. You're not gonna get
You're
bulky.
not getting
You're not
No.
bulky.
powerlifting." You know
No.
what I'm saying? You're
And
just
even if
going
you
in.
did power lift, you're not getting
Yeah,
bulky.
I mean, I did
Yeah.
power lift a couple of times too, like, for a hot year, and I'm like, I didn't get bulky.
No.
But you're just lift the weights. Just
Mhm.
lift them. Just do it. And you
Yep.
feel better anyways. Plus, you need to put on muscle as you age anyways, and the reason why is because you know what happens to people? They quit working out, and then guess what? As you age, you start to lose some muscle mass, and then you might fall, and that's how you break your hip, and that's how you injure
And
yourself.
then you're in the hospital for an extended amount of time being exposed to anything else that could be going on in there
Exactly,
on
yeah.
an immune system that is down already.
Right. So
Yeah.
I believe in heavy lifting always,
Yes.
right?
Always.
Yep.
Love it.
Okay. Oh gosh. Anti-birth control trending on TikTok. Okay, so first of all, I have not seen this trend on TikTok, so I need to be filled in.
I haven't necessarily seen the trend. I just know from what I'm hearing from patients that people are finally starting to realize that birth control is overprescribed. If
100%.
if you're not using it for contraceptive purposes, then really you should look at the other reasons why you're having the symptoms that you're having, which is where blood work and a Dutch test are important so that you know what you actually need to do to solve your problem.
Yeah, we're not saying that you should live with
No.
periods that take you down and you're passing out. Like, we are not for that.
No.
But
Right.
we also
Never.
don't necessarily feel that birth control is the answer for that issue.
Well, and it's the type of birth control, right?
Mm.
And so growing up, I was always on birth control pills.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found about birth control pills, and I'm just curious out there, I know some people are taking birth control pills. They don't even ask you any questions about your weight. They don't ask you about any type of age, whatever, whatever. It's the same dose for everybody. You're just getting a pack of pills and you're going to take it every day. And that's just is what it
They
is.
don't monitor labs,
Nothing.
nothing. You
Well,
just
and
get the birth control, and if it doesn't work, they'll put you on another one.
Yeah.
I don't think that people spend enough time to educate themselves on the negative effects of long-term birth control use in general. Like, if you're on the same medication for 5+ years, you're increasing your risk of several cancers by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
these are things that nobody talks to you about. You're just like, oh, I'm going on birth control. I don't need a period for the next 6 years.
And it kind of feels like that's just because that's the easiest answer for a lot of providers. It's just to be like, oh, birth control problems. You'll be just fine. That's
I
just
was
not
on
the
birth
case.
control for like years, right? Because
Yeah.
that was
Same.
like what you
Same.
do.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's
so,
the first thing that happens. You
yeah,
have your period,
exactly.
your mom takes you to the OB, and then you get the patch.
Yeah, you get the
Yeah,
pill
literally.
Yeah.
because they're like, you ain't going to have no babies.
Yeah.
Right? I was
Right.
like, okay.
Right.
And then I'm like, literally, I think I became almost psychotic, like nuts in the head,
I did.
like crazy, right? You
Yeah.
become nuts. And it's like, what is going on? And then your parents, they're like, what is wrong with you? You know,
Mhm.
they start thinking that you have all these other issues,
Yep.
like mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, no, lady, it's because I'm on these pack of pills that are driving me
Yeah.
nuts,
Yeah.
Or
right?
even the Nexplanon is
I
the
did
one
have
that I
that for a long
had.
time.
It made me suicidal.
Oh,
I had 42-day periods. It was horrible. I was so depressed, and we could not figure out what it was because why would it be the birth control that the doctor gave me? That couldn't be my problem. My doctor wouldn't have put me on something like this without explaining the risk, and they did. So as soon as I got that bar taken out of my arm, I'd say within 3 months I was getting back to my normal self, but it took me solid 18 months to crawl out of that hole.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Birth
Still,
control is not always the answer.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I know that some people suffer a lot from, now I can't even think of it. Females. What is it?
Endometriosis.
That and also I'm like borderline, what is it?
Anemic?
Facial
Anemia?
hair,
Oh,
Oh,
PCOS.
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. PCOS.
Got what I have.
Yeah. And sometimes I hear like, "Oh, I went to my doctor for PCOS. They put me on the birth control," right?
Mhm.
And then I always tell them, "Really, you should come to our clinic is what you should do."
So
Right?
PCOS is a spectrum. I want to make sure that everybody's clear on that. Not everybody's PCOS is the same.
Mhm.
So why would the end result, the medication chosen, be the same? Why
Right.
would it be?
Yeah. It's easy for doctors.
Right.
It
That's
is.
again, it's the easy answer.
Yeah.
You get your patient to leave and they think you've helped them.
Wow. These are good. Okay. Number 6. This is good. Fiber maxing. Loading up on dietary fiber. I mean, if you like to fart all the
I was gonna
time,
say the name
are you
is
going to
just
shit your
so
pants all the time?
Fiber max.
I mean, you're blowing up
Right.
your toilet all the time, people. Tell me you're not shitting yourself all the time.
So everything in moderation, I feel like. I mean, yes, our generation is actually being plagued with colon cancer because
Yeah.
people are not eating any fiber because they've been not well, but doing a lot of caveman diets and keto and blah, blah, blah. So a lot of
Mhm.
people have taken almost every fiber out of their diet.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're not shitting. I mean, like, there's even like cutesy
And
TikToks talking about like there's two people in a relationship, one who poops 3 times a day and the other person who poops once a week. Like, that's not funny.
yeah, and you know what?
It's
It is
awful.
serious. People think it's normal to only poop like once a week or once a month.
That is not normal.
And don't you
Ask
feel
Megan. She panics after like 24 hours.
Oh, if I don't poop in a 24-hour period, I'm in Tiff's office like something's happening to me. I need to poop.
Yeah, because it's actually worrisome. I mean, I go through
Yeah.
the same thing. It's like, wait a second. Oh my God. No. I have
What
to.
runs through my brain is, but what all is in there right now?
Yeah,
Why
rotting.
is it stuck
Sitting
in
there.
Why doesn't it want to
But
come
no.
out? I've eaten.
Truly, that's what people need to think about. Like, if you're not using the restroom like you should every day,
At
think
least once a
about
day.
yeah,
At least once a day.
Yes,
Mhm.
once a day at least. It's sitting in there and it is rotting. Okay,
That's
people.
exactly what it's doing.
That's what it's doing, it's rotting. And so also we know it can't feel good. And some people who are, always complaining they're bloated, they're fat, they're this. No, it's just because you have 40 pounds of shit sitting in your gut, like in your intestines,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right?
So then the opposite end of that, blasting your system full of fiber. I mean, like the consideration of how much fiber that would be because we recommend at least 6 servings of fiber, and that's the people who like didn't eat any fiber before they came and saw us. But
Mhm.
like there is functional medicine doctors that are having people do anywhere from 12 to 16 servings of fiber a day, and that's normal. Like those are leafy greens, like this is a lot of stuff, and that's like still normal. So what is fiber maxing? Like how far are you pushing this?
Right. How
Yeah.
do you fiber max?
They're
just-
probably buying that green stuff at the store.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
the
The
Mucinex.
supplement.
Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably eating those cookies. I'm not gonna lie. I used to,
Metamucil.
Metamucil. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've ate
Which
those
also,
before.
I would like to note that Metamucil fiber is a psyllium husk, which is actually not the most processable fiber. So if you're looking for like a prebiotic fiber, I would recommend honestly going for more of like a potato starch or something that's a little bit easier on the.
I was gonna
good to
say
know.
because I tried that Metamucil
Mhm.
and I'd eat it and I'm like, I think I feel like even more shit afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't feel great.
I feel pregnant, like my stomach's bloated. So I'll pass and I won't be fiber maxing. Okay, sorry.
But fiber is good for you.
Yes, it is.
In moderation, just
Yeah,
like everything else.
Eat it in your freaking food, people.
Right.
Yeah, like eat your
Eat
fiber.
your fiber. Yeah.
It's always the best way.
Okay. Okay, this says postbiotics like butyrate are being hyped as the next big gut health solution.
What's a postbiotic?
Yeah.
So butyrate is a byproduct of what your good bacteria is making,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's profiles that have postbiotic created. So my question is your good bacteria phyla, is that good enough? First off, because it should be making these postbiotics for you, right?
Mhm.
Butyrate is a byproduct of these things. So if you don't have a good enough good phyla, then that's the start of your problem. Supplementing something like butyrate is a bit concerning. Yes, we offer butyrate when we're doing like a gut clean out essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a traveler, right? So even if you take I don't anything really, like they're all travelers.
Mm-hmm.
So the VSL3s, like, yes, it's a probiotic. Yes, it has a ton of live cultures in it, but they're only helping while they're in your gut and then they leave.
Mm-hmm.
So a butyrate supplement, if you are really low on butyrate because you don't have those guys creating it,
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be helpful because it's helping for now while we're working on the real problem.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think long term that's a solution. You need to get to the why the butyrate isn't being produced in the first place.
Right. So while it's helpful, it's like you just shouldn't take it even if you don't know. You should probably get testing done,
Right.
right? To
Always the
figure out.
testing.
Yeah.
I
So it goes
know.
back to the testing, which
I'm
I
feeling
don't
like Buzz today. We just keep going.
know.
And check out the testing.
I know, I know, I know, I
And the blood
know.
work doesn't lie.
Little yes. But no, seriously, I mean, to be very honest, I would not, now that I know what I know, wouldn't just start taking things unless I do a certain test that I know is going to point me in the right direction to take things. I'm not a big supplement taker, anyways.
I mean,
I
the
do
supplements
not.
alone that
Likes
you
it.
do take, you stare at like half of the day anyway.
Yeah. And now it's even better for me because, like, I refuse just because I don't want to swallow 20 pills 3 times a day,
No.
you know?
Nope.
And I'm also a very, like, a smell person. So if
Oh.
they stink, I'm like, oh, nope, you cut me off for 2 days. I can't even do it, you know? But yeah, I think I love butyrate. I think it has a purpose. It's good for the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But you just can't be out there drinking butyrate and taking butyrate supplements,
Right.
hoping it's going to fix your problem. And you don't even know what's happening in your gut because you didn't even do a test.
Exactly. It's a
Right.
very complex system.
Yeah. How do you
Yeah.
know that you needed butyrate?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
That's
I saw a TikTok that said it would help.
I have those symptoms.
Yeah, but symptom crossover is wild.
I know.
Yes.
It is wild.
I just don't think people even realize.
I don't
No,
think they
probably not.
do.
Yeah.
They don't.
It's like one of those hard things when people do TikToks and they're like, if you have bloating, it's this. And I'm like, whoa, that is way too simplified. Like, there
Yeah.
is so many things that could be causing that. That could be your gut, could be your hormones, could be a lot of other things.
Right.
Like, we aren't,
You have like the common things, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
You know, where it's like, okay, you're not sleeping, you're always bloated, you're extremely fatigued. What are the other common ones?
brain fog.
Yeah, brain fog. And like, so you can take all these very common symptoms. And I mean, literally off the rip, I've heard all kinds of stuff for all of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready? Women specific wearables like the Oura Ring and Nettle promise personalized cycle and hormone insights.
We love our Oura rings.
Love them.
Absolutely obsessed. Have not taken it off since I bought it.
Okay, I was going to get one.
Do it.
I was, but then Buzz is like, you can't wear it when you work out because it's going to get in the way, blah,
You
blah,
sure
blah.
can. They just get destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
But
you can
they'll
just
actually
tell.
replace them if they break.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So I never got one. I actually got the Whoop. But then, like, with the Whoop, it sits right here and you have all those nerves. So it would mess with me where I would feel like it's tingly, or even sometimes like my hand would go numb.
Interesting.
And
If it
I'm
was,
like,
too tight, it would like push on it.
maybe. And I'm just like, okay, no. Like, I'm going to take it off and see if I'm back to normal with my phalanges. But okay. All right. So talk about your Oura Ring.
So I love the Oura Ring for a lot of reasons. It helps you track your sleep, so you know how your adrenals are functioning, which, the spoiler alert, mine haven't gotten any better, but we're working on it. And then the cycle tracking is really convenient as a guide. This is not a foolproof
Not
cycle
contraception.
Yeah, not contraception. Wait, we're gonna have to edit that. What did I say?
Contraception.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it's not great if you're trying not to have a baby, but if you just want a general idea of how your cycle is flowing each month, it is a really good guide.
And honestly, it has a body temperature guide, which is probably more just a me noticing thing. But in the second half of your cycle is when your progesterone rises and your body temperature also rises.
Mhm.
So if your body temperature isn't rising, then there may be a concern to your hormones. So it's something that would like flag me. Obviously not like the general public probably.
Right.
But
But you know.
Yeah.
It also, because of the body temperature, it gives you a warning, which they should have a thing where they send an email to your closest people to warn them as well. Your period is coming.
That would,
Stay the
that
F
would
out
help
of our
my
way.
husband out a lot.
Right.
That
Honestly,
steak should be coming.
Yeah.
yeah.
5 days. You have 5 days.
And it's like, it's a warning. It's like your body temperature is. Sorry.
My gosh, yikes. I gotta get a drink. Okay.
So yeah, when your body temperatures are signalizing that like you're getting ready to have your period, it's nice for a fair warning. Like if I feel like a psycho today, then I know, well, it's just my hormones deciding that I'm a psycho today.
I
And
do
you'll be
like that
okay.
alert. As soon
Yeah.
as you wake up in the morning, it's like, you've got 5 days. And I'm like, all right, I got to really try to be nice to people today.
You gotta hone in.
Yeah, I'm just going to be a natural bitch.
You know what? This is crazy. I feel like I'm super sensitive, I guess. And I know this isn't on here or whatever, but so I would be on my period, let's say. I just had it. And then I went to the gym with Brittany, worked out with her for 2 days, and I started my period again. And I'm like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. I was so annoyed, okay?
Yeah.
Then I was like, what a quinky dink. Then, okay, so it messes up my whole period flow, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I have to freaking figure out, okay, when are we going to start again? All right, I had my period. Then I went and saw Blake race in Wisconsin. And it just so happened that his mechanic's wife was on her period, even though I just had my period. And I started it again. And I literally was like, showed up to the track and I said, which one of you are on your period? And she said, I am. And I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm like, do not come near me if you're on your period
We
because
can't
my
be friends
body
right
is
now.
crazy.
I mean, it happens to us in the office. We only have 2 men in the clinic. And for about 2 weeks, every month, we all just take turns. We're back to back. I think we're pretty close now that we've all worked together for like
Like you sync up.
3 years.
Which I
Yeah.
would love to know the science on that. Why,
Yeah, like,
what in
is
the
that
world?
the way that is?
And I'm
And
sensitive about it.
Some people that what would that be? Like I don't even know. Like why are you the one that picks up on everybody else's? Like
Yeah, I
what
don't
makes you
know.
be
So
a dominant
Yeah.
period that
I'm like-
demands everybody else's periods be in
Yeah.
line with their period?
I'm just like,
Yeah.
so now I'm like, I'm not going to the gym with you if you're in your period because I don't want a
She's
period.
like, you can't sit
What?
with us this week.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like, this is why I don't leave my house. If you really want to know, I work from home. I'm at home because I don't want an
With
extra
dudes,
period of
for
the
most
month.
part.
All
Yes,
dudes.
all dudes actually.
Mhm.
You know, that's I'm
Don't,
surrounded.
but she doesn't count.
No, she doesn't. I mean, she really doesn't. So I'm like, yeah, no, like there are no more extra periods. I'm done with it. Like, and
Yeah.
especially because I eat like a freaking cow when I am on it. It's bad.
I'm gonna now look it up. I need to know.
Yeah, you need
I
to know.
have
Figure it
I'll
out.
Report back. I'll report
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Okay, good.
We'll put it in the notes.
All right. Here we go. ADHD and autism diagnoses are rising among adult women as awareness grows about underdiagnosis.
I feel like most diagnoses that have such a definitive, this is what it is and this is what you do about it, is too simple of an answer to a way too complicated of a question. Refer
I
back
agree.
to where we were just talking about how there's so many symptoms that have crossover for what caused those things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily feel like doctors have enough time to spend to tease out any possibility that could be causing those symptoms. They have
Mhm.
you fill out a questionnaire. If that questionnaire has so many of the right answers, then you are diagnosed and you are medicated.
Yep.
I don't think I think that there's too much root cause missed in a scenario like
Yeah.
that to say that it's necessarily underdiagnosed. I do believe both of these conditions absolutely exist and
Mhm.
people are absolutely diagnosed appropriately, but I do feel like people need to take more time to
Yeah.
understand you.
And
Right.
even for people who do fit the criteria and they have been diagnosed with ADHD and it is something they struggle with, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be on medication. You can work on some of those underlying issues because, I mean, in America today, people almost always have more than one thing wrong with them.
Mhm.
So if you don't want to take medication and don't want to have your personality altered, there are things that you can do to combat the symptoms and kind of heal things naturally and develop new coping skills and build a better support system.
I mean, we've had people that are diagnosed with ADHD, but they go through the root cause, which is functional medicine,
Mhm.
figuring out their root cause of things. And basically, some of these people don't have to take medication anymore,
Right. It can
right?
be managed.
It can be managed without. And it's because look at everything in our food and all these chemicals and like just take a look at what we're putting in our bodies. I mean, it's bound to mess you up a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I agree 100% and it's true. It goes back to I I I think that when you go to a doctor, like let's say for example, a lot of people when they're depressed, right? And you have these symptoms of depression and they are very real.
Mhm.
And it's like, "Oh my god, I need to go talk to a doctor ASAP." All right, you make your doctor's appointment, you go there. Literally, you're telling him, he's like, "Okay, sitting at his desk, spill your guts." I spill my guts, crying at the same time because I'm dying on the inside, thinking I'm crazy. And he's like, "You know what? You're depressed. You have mood swings. We're gonna put you on these medications, and that's it. You're going on your way in 5 minutes."
Right.
But
That's
then
not enough time.
no. And
They're
then what
very
happens
complex
is
issues.
you become actually suicidal then,
Mm-hmm.
Because you're on the wrong
and that's
medication.
real. So, I believe in that 100%. There's just not enough time and root causes are missed. And so,
I
Yes.
also would stand by that females are underdiagnosed, period. And that's because females are excellent at masking. There's been a ton of studies showing that women do a way better job of hiding whatever their concerns are far longer than men are.
Mhm.
So underdiagnosed, period.
you know what? I believe that because at my house, okay, I'm like the only female in that house,
Same.
and I can't ever have a problem because then I'm like faking it or, it's not as bad as it seems. But the moment they
Well,
get a
you're
little
smaller. You have less cells, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you like don't experience it like
they
that.
get a little sniffle, right? Or a little cough and they're dying and I'm supposed to be like,
And you're not empathetic enough for
"Yes."
the fact that they're dying from the sniffles.
I'm like this,
I know.
"Bud, get it together. We got shit to do."
Yeah.
Like, "What?" But yeah, that is very true because I mean, yes,
Yeah,
okay.
women just don't complain as much.
No, we don't.
And a lot of the research that was done, women were completely excluded from the research because our periods make us too unreliable for a control group.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't even put us on that
Yeah,
soapbox.
we can get on that soapbox and stay here for 4 hours talking about it.
The
But
things we have feelings on.
yeah.
You guys heard that. Okay. Reproductive mental health is gaining attention, recognizing that hormonal transitions from minute oh god, say the word.
From menstruation to menopause.
Yes, why can't I say that word?
I don't know.
I wanted to say ministration.
That sounds better. Menstruation. I kind of
I'm
like
thinking
it.
about
It
work.
sounds
Okay.
way too authoritative.
I know.
Makes it seem very
My
official.
god, Lord help me. Okay. Affect women's emotional well-being.
I love that this is finally a topic that is being discussed because I feel like we completely neglected an entire generation of women who were transitioning into menopause over the last 20 years.
Mhm.
And suicide rates are up with women in menopause. I think, is that the most common time in a woman's life? That can't remember. Don't quote me on
And
that.
also divorce.
Yeah, well, divorce is obvious.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm glad that these things are finally getting the attention that they deserve and that they're finally starting to do new studies, but they've just started doing this like as of 2022.
Wow.
And I think the last one was in like 2002, and that's when they decided that estrogen was bad for women,
Yep.
and they only tested synthetic estrogen in that study, and it put a whole stigma around estrogen support while you're in menopause. It's just
Yeah, because it's scary,
devastating.
right? Synthetic estrogen.
And synthetic estrogen is bad for you, and
It
it is
is, yeah.
scary. But bioidentical estrogen is one of the greatest tools that you have in your tool belt as a woman in menopause.
Mhm.
It's a game changer. You can't take my estrogen away from me.
So my thoughts is yes, there is hormonal changes. Yes, you have different feelings. But if they're extreme, do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What do
agree.
you do about it?
Get tested. Let's
Yes.
go back to the test. If you have any extreme symptoms in any direction, if you feel like you could murder someone before your period, that is not normal.
Well, and also, to be clear, you're not gonna go back to your family practitioner.
Or even your OB in most cases,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Like it's
I mean,
just
unfortunately, you're not. And it's nothing against them. It's just they don't know.
Right.
They only
And they
know
don't
what
have
they
time.
know.
right.
So you can't really put that on them, which we're not, because they don't know what they don't know.
Right.
And they
just
don't have the
haven't had
time
that
to
training.
know. They know what they're supposed to do by the book. And I have people tell me all the time, yeah, I'm going to my OBGYN or I'm going to my family practitioner. I'm like, that's scary. That scares me. I wouldn't be doing that. I have my personal thoughts on that, but I wouldn't do it. And it's nothing against them. It's just they don't know. And then there's some people they'll say, yeah, I told him XYZ. Well, they have Google too. Like they're putting you on a Google prescription. That's what I call it. It's all
Mhm.
Google based.
Well, I mean, and it's important to remember that all doctors are practicing medicine.
Yeah, they're practicing
So
medicine.
unless they've had the training necessary to actually help with hormone replacement therapy, it's just not where you need to be.
Well, and that's why they tell people, no, you don't need that because they actually don't know.
Right.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
as far as their knowledge is concerned, you don't need that.
Right.
But we know that's not true.
Yes.
When you
I always
try a
tell
new
people,
position, you should make sure that you're aligned with your goals.
yes.
And that's everybody individually and personally. So like you could come to us and feel like we don't align with your goals, and that's fine with us.
Right.
Like you should do that with your OB. You should do that with your primary care. You should do that with your dentist.
Yes.
Like-
100%.
What do you want to be? What do you want to see? What do you want your outcomes to be by going to see those physicians?
Yeah. Like you can go to someone and be like, okay, I can really relate to these people in this office and they're doing the things that I would do. That's how I do all my things
Yeah.
because that's just who I am. So I agree. All right. Any more or anything else that you want to talk about and share? We did all 10. I can't believe it.
I know. I feel like, I mean, that was a good list.
It was.
We touched on a lot of things right now.
I want to make some additional notes.
Perfect.
All right.
That I feel like, thank God that we're finally acknowledging women's health a lot more, but we have so far to go. We have not been in the studies. I mean, shoot, there's even a TikTok trend, which I actually verified, that Barbie was created and circulated before tampons were even tested on actual blood.
What?
Does that not fuck you up a little bit?
Yeah.
Women are
What?
about 50 years behind in medical
And
research.
every study is on men.
All of them.
So, like, we deserve better.
Yeah.
Even like the effects of ibuprofen wasn't studied on women until recently. Like everything is different for women.
And you know why they say that there's so many asterisks on women in general? Because they haven't tested it. Like,
Yep.
lactating and pregnant.
That's
and
why
blah, blah, blah. They're
pregnant women
exclu-
can't take anything. It's because they just don't know. We haven't tested it. So to be safe, we're going to tell you no.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really
So-
crazy to think about.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
So, like,
upsetting.
but I love that there's trends. I love that people are talking about it. I love that things are happening so
Yeah.
that it actually affects women. Like,
Right.
we're getting
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm excited to go on TikTok and figure out what the trends are, what they're saying.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always love a good little.
A good health trend.
Yeah, I
Yes.
do. And I love to
Oh,
listen.
same. And then you look at all the comments.
Yes,
And they're
I read
like,
all the
oh,
comments.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah. And then you send it over to Tiff and ask if it's real and if this is something you should be concerned about or if it's
I'm
just
like, can
something on the
somebody
internet.
reply to this? Like, can I get somebody to reply to this? Because this is wild.
Yeah.
Or the TikTok trend where they're talking about the bacteria in your uterus, which is actually affecting endometriosis. That's actually been in China.
I
Like,
didn't see that.
I love, this is what TikTok brings to me, of course. But that they actually are doing studies on this, and there's bad bacteria that actually incentivize endometriosis. Like, fabulous. Thank you. Let's do some research
fascinating.
on that. Let's go
Yeah.
ahead.
Wow. Okay, I
Crazy.
love this. I'm going to have to get with the program. Okay, well, if you enjoyed this episode today, let us know. And if you didn't, let us know. And if you want us to talk about something different or you have questions about all the things that we talked about, hit us up in the comments. And other than that, we'll be seeing you around on Stop Feeling Like Shit. And thank you so much for being part of the show today.
Thank you.
And I'll see you girls around.
All right.
Yeah.